Hi, this is Manny Benatti. I am in Greenbelt. I think it's Greenbelt 3. So there's a St. Mark's Cafe, if you can see it. It's hard to see there. So I'm in Greenbelt Mall in Makati. So I was ill for the last 24 hours. So I don't think it was anything I drank or ate here in the Philippines because the group of us all basically ate and drank the same thing yesterday. So I suspect it must have been a 24-hour virus that I picked up, but I feel a lot better now. I'm still not able to eat a lot of heavy things, but I'm gonna just. I'm having some Earl Grey tea right now and sitting outside and just enjoying the Makati and Greenbelt skyline. But I gotta say, just the Philippines has really impressed me the last few times I've been here. More so now, and seeing the progress that the Philippines has done in the last 3 years. And even though there's challenges in this country with corruption and poverty, overall, for the most part, the middle class has really become much more visible, and that's a sign of a stronger economy when that middle class is much more visible, because then the wealth and money is distributed amongst a wider population base as opposed to being controlled by the extremely rich and that's it, and the poor being the majority population in the country. But there's still poverty, but there's poverty everywhere. There's poverty in Canada with homeless people and families relying on food bank for food in the States. And first world countries have their own share of problems as well. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come back here to do some consulting, was that I'm proud to see what this country has accomplished and proud to be Filipino. And I also want, Karen and my two children to be closer to their cousins. And they had a great time here with their cousins. Right now, they're with Karen and Tita Mona, Ati Mimi at Market in Fort Bonifacio, because I stayed behind in Makati so I could rest. So I basically been in bed the last sort of 30 hours just resting. It's only now that I was able to get up and walk around Greenbelt and get some food. So went to a Japanese restaurant, got some food, some beef noodle, udon noodle soup, and now I'm having a tea. So no more crazy giant sized burgers for me, and I might try to get one more order of crispy pata by say Friday before we head out on Saturday. But anyway, so the consulting part, I met with a consultant from Anderson Group. He's so they're looking for, let's say, to work with me and partnering with them in introducing efficiencies in Canadian companies by outsourcing part of the back office function. Doesn't have to be the whole thing, but it could be, say, payroll, accounts receivables, or payables, or part of the accounting to here in the Philippines. Because unlike other countries, Asian countries, or other countries where outsourcing is popular, the advantage that the Philippines has is it's English speaking, and their education system is based on the U.S. system. So English is taught here as an early language. All commerce here, all contracts, all business meetings are conducted in English. So you don't have that learning barrier, and so it's easier to have that type of function. Then also, if those companies want to have banking facilities here, Anderson Group and myself would engage me to help set up the banking facilities, whether it's in Canada and doing cross-border transactions, or being self-sufficient and having banking relationships and banking facilities here in the Philippines. But otherwise, like I said, it's been very, very informative this trip in terms of the potential. I see a lot of expats coming back here to do some work. And for me, it's not about money. It's really about having the kids and myself and Karen be close to their cousins here, because I see the advantages that the Philippines has done, the progress that they've done, and and I'm quite impressed. I don't come here to look at the negative things of the country. I come here to see the positive things that has happened, and I focus on those positive things. And then I focused myself on reaching out to some key contacts here in Manila and making things happen. So, for example, I've got a World conference trade show at MOA, so the Mall of Asia, this Friday, and I'm going to be meeting that Anderson consultant there as well. I'm supposed to be there this on the afternoon, but so for the Filipinos that have left this country years ago and have not come back, and for the most part, we still have that mindset that what the Philippines is like 30, 40 years ago. It's not like that now. And also for the Filipinos that tend to bypass Manila or from the province, unfortunately, a lot of that economic progress has happened in the bigger cities. So you really need to spend time in Manila. It's not as bad as you think. It's traffic is bad, but so what? It's bad anywhere. Name me one city in the world with a population of 20 to 30 million where traffic is not bad. It's not bad. Beijing, Shanghai, some of the cities in India and Pakistan where they have a population base of 20 to 30 million. Every single one of those cities has bad traffic. So what? Leave that aside. Focus on the great things that the city has done. But spend some time in Manila. Like if you're in Greenbelt, like this is Greenbelt. Okay, that's just part of it. You know, it's picture the scenery like say Rodeo Drive and Beverly Hills. They've got like Rolex stores next to a Omega store, next to a Vacheron uh, Constantine store, next to a Patek Philippe store. Even Rodeo Drive didn't have a dedicated Patek Philippe store, and these watches run over 100,000 US, and they have one here in Greenbelt, of all places. I've never seen a dedicated Patek Philippe store, even in Toronto's luxury Bloor Street West area. You have to go to a store that carries a bunch of luxury brands as opposed to a dedicated boutique store like Patek Philippe. So, you know, really, so again, this blog is a little long, but you need to spend time in Manila to really see the economic progress. But if you're only here to bypass the city and go to the province, well, the province area, some of it hasn't progressed as fast, so you'll miss out. But again, mind you, my um, focus on coming here wasn't pure vacation, so I guess that's a little different because it's here to do some consulting. It's a little different where I came here to see the economic progress and to focus on that and to see that the middle class is really expanded. I'm impressed. Like seriously, I'm friggin' impressed that this country has done what they've done, and to be able to come back here to do some work, to do some consulting, have the kids, spend time with the cousins. You should see them with JD and Maya and with Sersha. It was like it made my heart melt to see how close those cousins are. And my objective here is not to make money per se, but the focus is to what do I need to make my kids be close to their cousins and parents to see, Tita Mona and Carl. Well, you too, but Mark and Ned and Hazel and Ria and the kids. What do I need to do? And just make it happen. You gotta, don't let mental barriers be a barrier as to, there's no way I could do work there. It's, too complicated. You know what's complicated? People that put up mental barriers, you're complicated. Just think positively, make things happen, reach out. You have to have a strong network and you have to be able to business develop and not be shy and to knock on doors. And that's how I've been successful in sales, whether it was in banking or other things, is don't be afraid of the no and don't let a barrier like, you know, 13,000 miles away from home be a deterrent to come here to do business because I was surprised by the number of expats here. And I look at, I focus on all the white people. That sounds racist, but I grew up in Lancaster, Cornwall. So a shout out to you people in Lancaster and Cornwall. Miss that area. I miss the pizza, the perch rolls. What else do I miss in that area? just the fun stuff. But anyway, I grew up with French Canadians. So that is on, je parle français, and I associated myself with white people growing up with a big part of my life. So, but when I come here, I look at the expats. A lot of these Caucasian people are from Australia, Germany, and Europe, but a lot of Americans here, a lot of Canadians, and it's very, very common here to see expats. And that's a sign. And a lot of these models and movie stars that are here are very popular here. They're from overseas. They're Filipinos or half Filipinos that lived in Canada, the States, Europe. They have moved back here to do some work because there's a better opportunity here. And a lot of these people that have moved back here or come here part time, do you honestly think they can't make money back home? They can, but they're coming here because they want to be closer to their relatives, and they have that opportunity to make some money and be able to fly home and to see their relatives. But again, those Filipinos that haven't been back to the Philippines in many, many years, I urge you to come back and to see the country, but also to see Manila. Like, don't let the size of the city scare you. I even drove in Manila twice. I uploaded a video, and yeah, it's daunting. But most people here that have the means, they hire a driver. Anyways, they don't do their own driving for the most part. But it's again, if you let traffic be a barrier to enjoyment, then you'll never enjoy any big city you visit, whether it's Los Angeles, New York City. I've driven in Manhattan, I've driven in LA, and I don't let that traffic be a deterrent to enjoying those cities. And I love those cities more New York than LA. Sorry for the West Coast people, but New York's an awesome city. But so again, the Philippines has really progressed. It's a top-notch world, and the amount of restaurants and food here is totally freaking amazing. Like every 20 feet, like there's like friggin' restaurants. Like look, see over here, restaurants over restaurants over restaurants over restaurants. Like there's more restaurants per capita in this city than any place in the world, and you don't have to walk far. It's not like in parts of Europe you got to trek like half a mile to find a half decent restaurant. There's restaurants here like every 20 feet, and these malls are massive. Like Square One is 1.8 million square feet, but these malls are 5 million square feet, and Eaton Center is just one wing of a mall here. So and they're busy. So you tell me, if this was a backwards country and so poor, where would why are these malls bigger than the ones that we have in North America? And the stores are all high end in Makati, even Ortigas, Fort Bonifacio, some high end malls there. Where you know what, even I don't shop there because the import taxes here. So a pair of Levi jeans here, not that I wear Levi jeans, um, it's more expensive here than it is back home. So you know, and there people are buying. So you tell me, if the middle class hasn't exploded, these stores will not be busy. So, anyways, I'm going to sign off for now. I was hoping to do more blogs, but to be honest with you, it was just so busy doing everything. And I just want to thank, Tita Mona for taking care of me when I was ill at her house, and for Karen for believing in me that I can do it, and to not let adversities be a barrier to life, because if you focus on those things, the negative things in life, you're not going to make things happen, right? So now I'm making things happen with the support of Karen and the kids and all our relatives here in the Philippines. Love you guys, and I'll hopefully be back here the end of December, and my goal is to be here a few times a year, to the point where I may buy a condo in Ortigas or Fort Bonifacio. So it'll be my home base, or a second home base, because my first home base is my kitchen table in my house in Mississauga. That to me is an awesome, awesome office. And Bay Street offices and in towers in downtown Toronto to me is not where it's all at, right? So the ability for me to work at home, to pick up the kids and drop off the kids at school, I love that. and that time I have with the kids, no one can take that away from me. And to be fortunate enough to have that. So thank you, Karen, for believing in me that I can do the consulting thing. And so if you treat people correctly, you have great circle of friends and a great circle of your business network, uh, and your objective is to help people. Success comes. So don't focus on the money. You focus on helping, and the family, and then success definitely comes. So I am happy that I've got the knowledge to do what I do, and that the banks gave me the training and the knowledge to do what I do to set me up for success. But it's really the support structure of the family that either believes in you or not. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I might try to do one more vlog before we leave for Canada this Saturday, but otherwise, I'll be back in Canada Saturday night, August 13th, 2016, and then hopefully we'll be back here just after Christmas of this year, 2016, so the kids can experience New Year's here, where it's a little bit more wild than it is back home. A little bit, a lot more wild, but in a fun way. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye for now.